Hi, welcome to this week's studio vlog. My name's Caroline, if you've never watched my channel before. In this week's vlog, I'm prepping for a stall where I'm selling my products. It's actually my second time selling. It's for a local community fun day, local to me. I'm filming this prior to after attending the event, and it was a really fun time and a great atmosphere, but I'll go more into my thoughts at the end of how it went. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy watching me prepare for this event, and I apologise if my voice sounds a bit strained in this vlog, as I was a bit ill during this week, but I'm a lot better now, so that's all good. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this vlog, and I'll see you back for the outro. I'm about to go through all my products and see how much I've got of each item, and then I'll make some more of ones that I'm a bit lower in. I've got my A3 and A4 prints in this wallet, and I'm gonna put them in some protective sleeves I've recently bought, and I'll also check how many business cards and that I've got and make a few more, because they're always great to have at markets. I find a lot of people will take them, so yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. In this studio vlog, you see me prep for a fun day event at a local community club to where I live. It's the second event I've gotten involved with selling my own work at like a stall, with my first event being a craft market that I did back in April. I did notice a few differences among the two, with like both atmosphere and like success and traffic, so I'll go into a bit more about that at the end of this video when I give you kind of like my reflections. But my current standpoint with trying to sell it in person is I'm just trying to test out as many places and events as possible, just to see what has more success, and I'll just keep track of where's the best places to keep continuing to go to and stuff like that. I'm also mainly sticking to local to me, or within an hour's drive away from me, because I am aware where I live I don't think's necessarily got the biggest market for my work, and about an hour away from places like Manchester, which has quite a big art hub, so I'd love to be able to get involved with a stall in Manchester eventually. And yeah, in this video I'm kind of trying to improve upon a few things that I notice I could have improved while selling at my first craft market. One of them was kind of protection for my prints. I don't really have any like carrier bags that I can put products in to give to people at this moment. I'd like to do that in the future, but it's not really something I can do right now, so my solution at the moment is to package my prints in cellophane bags. It also keeps them protected if I ever happen to do an outdoor stall, which I haven't so far, but I'd like to one day. But that might not happen until I'm able to own my own table and like gazebo to travel with. At the moment I'm just hiring tables at events I'm participating in, just because I have very limited space where I live, so I don't really have the room to store a table right now. But again, in the future, that was something I'd love to expand to. I've just finished putting all these prints into plastic protective sleeves, so that's all done now. And I also added just a little thank you for supporting my small business sticker on the back of each one. Just thought that was a nice little touch. I've also figured out how many products I have at the moment. I wrote a little list, and the main thing I need to stock is bookmarks, and then a couple of business cards, and I think I'm happy with the amount of stickers. Oh, actually no, I want to do a few more mythical frog stickers, but apart from that I'm quite happy with the amount of stickers I have at the moment, so that's what I'm going to get on with now. I'm currently working on restocking a few things. I'm just printing some more business cards, a couple more bookmarks, and then my mythical frog design sticker. Everything else is pretty well stocked up, so that's quite good. And yeah. As I'm currently at the beginning of my art career and selling products, I do make about 90% of things myself. This includes both actual products and other bits like business cards. It's just the most affordable thing for me to do at the moment. In the future, I'd love to be able to outsource, but it is cheapest if you buy things in bulk. And since I'm starting out, I don't know what products will be the most successful and sell well, so it's a bit too much of a risk to buy things in bulk. Whereas as I'm making things myself, I can control the amount I'm making and not make too much to where it feels like a waste. It also gives me a bit more freedom to test out multiple designs, as well as also test out multiple products as well. I keep trying to find ways I can make more things in the most affordable way as possible at the moment. So for example, I recently launched a new product which is earrings, and I've used Shrinky Dink plastic to make them, and I'm really happy with the result, but they do take a long time as I have to hand draw every design. Whereas in the future, if they're more successful, maybe I would just instead order acrylic charms as a design and then convert them into earrings that way. So I'm just figuring out ways to get around things at the moment to make more products to the best possible standard by myself, and it's just a lot of fun as well, experimenting with new things and different designs and stuff like that. The one thing I am outsourcing at the moment is prints. That's mainly because they are the most expensive thing I sell, so I want them to be as good a quality as possible, and they're obviously of a finalised artwork with the purpose of prints are mainly to display on walls or in a frame. So again, that's also why I want them to be as high as quality as possible. Whereas with stuff like stickers and bookmarks, they get used a lot more and more just for fun, a bit more relaxed. So it's not as bad trying to make them myself, and I do try to factor into the price the quality they currently are compared to what they could be if I did outsource them. But I'm really happy with the quality I'm able to achieve with my own products like bookmarks and stickers. I think they are at a high quality considering I'm making them myself. With my stickers and bookmarks, I like them to have a glossy, waterproof finish. Unfortunately, my printer doesn't work well with glossy paper, so I don't print directly onto gloss or anything like that. But my solution for now is I print on thick watercolour paper, just because I find they're really, for my bookmarks anyway, with my stickers I just use matte sticker paper. But with the watercolour paper, I find it's a really good thickness and sturdiness for things like bookmarks and my backing sheets for earrings. So that's what I like to use for them. And then once I've got them all printed, I put on a gloss protective sticker sheet, and then I cut them all out so that in the end they have this glossy finish. And I use a scraper that came with my Cricut machine to flatten out the sticky paper on top to prevent air bubbles. I still get them now and again, but I'm a lot better with doing it, so there's a lot less waste for when I'm trying to make products. And yeah, I do currently cut everything out by hand. I'm not very good at cutting with a guillotine cutter. That's why I do tend to stick to cutting things like bookmarks and business cards by hand, but eventually I'll try and improve upon that, because it probably will be quicker if I can use that instead. Same with stickers. At the moment I'm still trying to figure out my Cricut machine. The last time I tested it out I had a bit of disaster. It just really wasn't cutting anywhere near the design at all, so I need to play around with that a bit more before trying it again. So just as I've had markets quite close, I've been doing it by hand just for quickness rather than wasting time to like messing about with my Cricut machine. But once I have a bit more of a break between markets, I will test it out again, because overall it will be a lot quicker for me and give me more time to create artwork and design new products. On screen currently you see me working on my 3D butterfly frog business cards. This is an aspect I really enjoy for making things myself, is I get to experiment with kind of different designs and ideas a bit more, as I wouldn't be able to kind of manufacture this kind of business card with an outsource, just because it's an awkward shape and then I have to fold the wings myself and physically attach the legs. So I wouldn't be able to do things like this with outsourcing. So stuff like this I like to do, and I don't make as many of these business cards generally as they take longer, but I do find they're really popular and do appeal to people. But I am figuring out how to make it clear they're business cards when I'm at markets, because people don't seem to really grab them as much as my other business cards. One you can already see on screen, which is the standard rectangle business card, but it's got a butterfly frog on, and then I also got pet portrait business cards. Obviously they're a bit more different topics, so not everyone will be interested in grabbing both, but more people are grabbing the standard butterfly frog business card over these more fun ones. I think it's just because they think it's a product. So I do have a sign next to them saying the business cards, but I need to kind of figure out how to encourage people to pick them up a bit more compared to the other ones. But I love them so much, so that's why I continue to make them. And when I made them for my university degree show back in June last year, they completely went, and it was the other business cards where I only had like 2 left. So I know they can be popular if people realise they're business cards, but yeah, I love making these, and I keep experimenting with using different colour threads for their legs, just to like switch it up a bit, and it's a bit more economical because I have just loads of threads in general from like different craft projects over the years, so I'm just trying to get through all that before buying any more. I will say with this particular design it is quite tedious having to cut out all the little feet. Luckily I had enough left over from the last time I made them, so I didn't have to cut out any this time, but it does take a very long time, so that's one main thing I'd love to use my Cricut machine for, cutting out. And I think it'd just be fun to expand to new products and being inventive with the machine, as the next thing I want to have a go at making is greeting cards, and at the moment I'm planning to outsource them, but it might be fun to experiment with doing pop-up cards eventually, as I love working with like paper crafts, so that would be a fun way to use my Cricut machine if I can figure out how to use it properly. But yeah, I can't wait for the possibilities that can come with using that. I've finished making some business cards and restocking a few bookmarks on my mythical frog sticker. So that's the last main product making I have to do before the fair. One last thing I'd like to prep is I'm thinking of making some small mystery little packs using these stickers that I made during university, just because I have loads of them, and they're not to the same quality as my stickers now because they're not glossy, they're just matte, so that's why I'm thinking of just selling them a bit cheaper in a mystery pack. And yeah, I want to do that, and then next it's just really packing everything ready to take tomorrow, and I'll also show you what my actual stall looks like once it's all set up. I'm not quite sure how much space I'm going to have at the moment, so my setup might be slightly different to what I've done last time, but I'm really excited now, and yeah, just a few final touches really to get done, and then I'll be all ready for tomorrow. Being able to wrap things up all cutely like these mystery stickers, and like when I send off my orders, I like to make them all protective and throw in like a thank you note and freebie sticker. It's one of my favourite bits about having a small business. I just love that it kind of feels like it's a handmade gift I get to send off to other people. The stickers in these mystery packs I had originally been using as freebie stickers in orders, but I would like to expand to some new designs, as these stickers don't necessarily match the overall aesthetic of my artwork now compared to when I made them, but I still really love them and the designs, so I want people to be able to enjoy them. That's why I thought it'd be fun to make them as like a mystery pack. And I've used them plenty myself. I've got them in a load of sketchbooks, so I will always have a reminder of them myself. But I'd quite interested in maybe trialing out this design I use for my thank you cards as my next freebie sticker, and then who knows what designs I might try after that. But that's my current thinking, so I'm quite excited to have a go at that. I've just finished creating all the mystery sticker packs. I just wrapped them in different coloured tissue paper and drew like a little question mark on them. I've also written some updated signs, so got my new earrings, the new mystery sticker packs, and I rewrote my bigger mystery pack ones just so I write a bit of information about what they contain, because I just think it's a bit more appealing if people have a bit more of an idea what they have inside, because sometimes mystery packs aren't as good as they can seem. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the prep done now, and I've just kind of got to pack everything up ready to transport tomorrow. I'm going to put as much as I can into this box for transport. I just think it'd be the best way to do it, as last time I ended up taking a couple shopping bags, and this is a lot more sturdier, so I think everything will be a bit more protected. So far in the box I've got mainly my stand stuff. These I put my business cards on. I've also got 3 frames that the 2 smaller frames have examples of my sticker sets on them, and then the bigger frame is a big image advertising my pet portraits. And then I've also got this tablecloth. I'll show you what it looks like once I've added all my products on top. And yeah, this is what the box looks like now that I've added in my products. So underneath these 2 is my mystery envelopes. Then I've got my sticker sets, my bookmarks, badges, and like price signs, my square prints, my solo stickers, business cards, earrings, mystery sticker sets, and then I've got an extra piece of paper in case I have to make an emergency little sign, some scissors down there, some tape, some pens just to like write little thank yous and such on. Then I've got this is going in, which contains a load of like plastic sleeve bags just to package things up. A list that I use to chart the products I sell, a price list which is helpful as my boyfriend helps me sell, so if I go off to have lunch he knows the prices. And then this wallet that contains my A3 prints and A4 prints. I need to take out this Barbie painting before I go. I just store paintings in here as well just to keep them protected. I probably will get another one so I can separate my prints from just my paintings. And then the last thing to be added to this is my card reader, which I'll do tomorrow morning, as I want to make sure it's fully charged and ready to go. And then in a separate rucksack I'll also keep like my change for if anyone pays with cash, and then stuff like just a small lunch to have at some point during the day. But yeah, everything's packed now, and I'll see you next when I'm actually there and unpacking. This is what my stall ended up looking like in the end. It was a bit more cramped than the first stall I did, just as the table was a bit smaller and I had a few more products, but I still really like how it looked overall. And I also thrown in some clips of some of the live entertainment they had. They were all great, and they even had some guys who were dressed up as Ghostbusters, which was really fun. That brings us to the end of this week's studio vlog. I thought I'd firstly share that I bought this little print when I was there, as there was this young artist who was starting out, and I love being able to support fellow artists, and they were lovely, and they bought a couple of things from my stall as well, so it was really kind of them. And I love this drawing. It's of Cat from Red Dwarf, and it just gives me a lot of nostalgia, as I did watch quite a bit of it with my dad growing up, so I can't wait to find somewhere to put that up. But I thought I'd just give my final thoughts of how the day went, especially compared to my first event. Overall, the event itself was a great time. Like, it was a really fun atmosphere, and I enjoyed being able to listen to all the entertainment in the background as I was selling my products. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make the amount of the table. It was £20, and overall I earned £18.50. But £1.50 is not as big as the loss it could have been, so I'm still really happy with how it went. And as I'm starting out, I'm not expecting to necessarily make a profit every time, so the fact that I nearly managed to get the table back is a success enough for me personally. And the guy who organised the event was great and very accommodating, so I definitely would give this event a go again if he does any more in the future, especially as the weather was really bad that day. It was pouring down with rain, so everything was moved indoors, and I know some things would have been outdoors otherwise, so there may have been more traffic overall if it was better weather. And it didn't necessarily have my target audience, because I do think it was more designed for families to have a fun day out, enjoy the entertainment and food and stuff like that, rather than coming in with the intention of buying anything. Whereas the first event I went to was a craft market, so that is designed for creatives to sell their things, so people are going in with the intention of maybe buying products. But despite that, I still really enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the first one, so I would try it again. And yeah, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!